Well, speaking of schools,
Yeah.
I got a good school story for you.
All right.
This, and we've talked about this before, but this kind of stuff never happened when I was in school, or probably while you were in school.
Yeah.
What is it with these female teachers, and oftentimes they're hot, having sex with their students?
I don't know. I wish it would have gone on in our day.
Yeah. Well, anyway, here's the headline.
All right.
Woman allegedly locked a student in the classroom before raping him.
Wow.
I got to know how a chick rapes a male student. How do you rape a student?
Is it because the kid is like afraid to speak up and say?
I don't know what it is. How do you rape a guy? That's a thing I just don't understand.
Man, I get it if you really don't want to have sex with the chick. But man, come on. We've all fucking hit something we didn't really want to hit.
Well, speaking of that, look at that what Phil O's put in the chat room.
Why? I don't want to look at that. Yeesh. She looks like she's 80. Doesn't she?
Take me, Neeley. My pussy's ready.
Doesn't she look like an 80-year-old woman?
Pretty much.
She looks like an old fucking woman. And isn't she like in her 30s?
Yes.
Oof. Oof. God, I'll bet you that's one that couldn't find herself a rapist.
Yeah. Well, get this.
All right.
It's starting to feel like parents are walking their child to school and leaving them in the hands of the biggest sexual predators the state can find. A female teacher in Santa Fe, New Mexico, was arrested after she locked a male student into a classroom and raped him.
Okay.
31-year-old Jennifer Vigil, V-I-G-I-L,
Right.
made her move on a now 18-year-old student as he was finishing some work at the end of the class.
So a 17-year-old boy couldn't fend off a teacher.
31-year-old.
31-year-old female teacher.
Yeah, and according to her mugshot, she's not a bad-looking girl either.
Sure. This is sounding like this story's been skewed heavily.
Vigil told the student, "You're not leaving until I get something from you." Now, how many adolescent boys don't have that fantasy?
Dude, if that happened to me, I'd have been like, here, come get it. And
Yeah.
like, no, I mean your homework. And I'd be standing there with my pants around my ankles.
Exactly.
Fucking idiot.
The Poju Valley High School student said he refused to have sex with her.
All right. I'm not believing that at all.
Yeah.
Unless he's gay.
But he did allow her to perform oral sex on him.
Of course he did.
So he would be able to leave.
Have you ever not
All right, listen.
Have you ever not allowed a girl to perform oral sex?
All right, I'll let you suck my dick just as long as you promise to let me leave, okay?
Please stop abusing me. Just one time, suck my dick and let me go.
It's like, don't stop. Don't stop.
All right,
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Once you're done blowing me, I have to run out of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. How are these kids so stupid that they don't know to not only have that happen, but then blackmail her?
Yeah.
You blackmail her so that you can keep having her suck your dick every single day after school.
Right.
What, isn't that the move? The move is she does it once and you immediately say to her, I think I'm going to have to tell the principal about this.
Right.
And then she's like, no, whatever, she gives you that, don't do that. Well, there's only one way we can make sure that I don't. That's by you doing this every day.
Sure.
You got to play the goddamn game. Fucking faggot kids.
Yeah, I hear you.
What's wrong with these kids?
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Now, we talked about this before. I take a little bit of a special interest in this because, I wanted some of that stuff when I was in high school, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. First of all, when Neeley says, well, I don't remember this happening when I was a kid. I wonder if all those "this never happened when I was a kid" stories are just, it happened, we just didn't talk about them.
Well, again, you never heard about it if it did happen. Let's just put it that way.
Because, it's like the kid always, he's caught because he has pictures of her or texts on his phone, or he brags about it on Facebook or something, just things that we didn't have back in the day.
Yeah,
more ways to get caught. More ways to get caught now.
True, but the thing is as long as I went to school, and obviously that was a while ago, you never heard of anything like that. Nothing even close to it or even alluded to it.
And then again, at the same time, I think the school district probably had more leeway back in the day to kind of hush things up.
Could be.
I don't know. It's hard to say, but it seems like an epidemic anymore. You're hearing about this all over the country.
Yeah, you do. And just because we had this news media thing going on where everything is news, everything is nationwide news, everything goes viral, In the old days, no one would report on, a teacher in New Mexico locking a kid in a room and having sex with him. That just would not make the national landscape. You know what I mean?
That's true, but everything's instantaneous these days due to the internet. So yeah,
exactly.
That's
everything's instantaneous, and you gotta have a new story up on whatever site it is every 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. You just gotta fill that vacuum.
Well, apparently these things are happening and they're being reported, and people are getting fired or going to jail over it. So it's not like it's a false thing or made up or sensationalized, because obviously it's happening.
I just feel like that so many different kinds of things are reported on so often now that we just think they happen more than they did, just because they weren't reported or talked about back in the day.
Well, perhaps that's true. There might be some truth to that, but all I can say is that in all the time that I went to school, or even years after, that's not something you ever heard about before.
Sure, and I mean, it's something you heard about it just often enough to make you think that it might be possible. At least in my case.
Sure.
Because I mean, Mary Kay Letourneau came out. That whole story happened, I think,
1990 was it 91 or 92?
No, it was like 96 or 97. And then there were a few more that came out in the wake of that. Because, these stories are hot. People like to, all the late-night funny boys like to make jokes. Let's find a few more of these stories, There were a few more, and it's like, me sitting there reading them, I'm like, so this does happen. Yes, I always suspected it did.
Well, but
why don't it happen to me?
Well, but that's the whole thing, is that, as a, adolescent male who's had some kind of thought about a hot teacher, even Van Halen sung about it as, hot for teacher,
Sure.
How are these guys who are the selected few the ones, blowing the whistle on the whole thing, like Chris was saying? It's just like, why are you giving that up or even reporting it? It's just like, nobody's...
I have a theory on this, too, and I think it's because, obviously, the current case is different, all the whole locking him in a room and shit, if that's what actually happened. But, it's, to me, I think it only comes to light after the relationship ends, after she cuts off his supply of poontang. So then he's pissed, and he's like, she finds somebody her own age to be messing with, and he's pissed off because he obviously just can't go out and just get it as easily. Or so he thinks. So he's he's gonna fuck her life up.
Might be something to that. You never know.
I think the kids are smart enough to know how to manipulate the system. After all, because it's all been reported, and they see these teachers going down. If you'll pardon the expression, going down.
Except for this kid who refused to have sex, and he just let her suck his dick because she locked him in a room, and all he wanted to do was leave.
Well, maybe he just didn't like her.
Sure.
It's a mouth.
Just because I said I had it for a few teachers, and when I was in high school, doesn't mean I had it for all of them.
I think
even
in high
if they
school,
were
I
hot.
let my 80-year-old science teacher suck my dick, just because.
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
a
even this one's
and
30. Maybe this one's 30 and hot, but maybe he just didn't like her. Maybe she was a bitch.
who cares? Then fucking grudge fuck her face.
I had a few that I disliked so much I wouldn't go near them with Jeff Tate's dick.
Wow.
And that's saying something. Was well, it is my dick.
All right, Doghouse.
Fuck you, pal.
All right. So anyway, to finish the story here, let's see here. As Vigil was performing her sex act on the student, he pulled his phone out and snapped photos, which he handed over to the police.
I love it.
Hey, suck my dick. Oh, that's hot. Let me take a photo of you doing it.
All right, so now Doghouse's theory is 100% into play. She said something, she tried to stop it, and he fucking had those photos. So he fucked her life up.
Right.
Yep. All right.
The teacher and student did have sex a few days later. So it went from, you're not leaving this room until I get something. All right, you could suck my dick just as long as I get to leave.
Right.
Well, but while you're doing that, I'm going to take a couple photos of you doing that.
Yeah.
But then a few days later, he's having sex with her.
And he banged it out.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Right.
I mean, that's terrible for a minor. Put up with that.
When questioned about the nature of their relationship,
Yeah.
Jennifer Vigil said the pair did have sex, but it was consensual.
Okay.
The student refused Vigil's claims, saying he found the whole ordeal disgusting.
Lying son of a bitch.
But somehow he was able to get it up for that, right?
And not only that, he needed to take pictures to remember it.
Yeah.
He wanted to have pictures of this disgusting act as she sucked his cock.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I could tell you from personal experience,
Yeah.
if you find something revolting or disgusting,
Yeah.
that chubby's not happening.
No,
It's not happening.
He's full of shit.
I know.
Another fag.
Despite who believes in the state of New Mexico, if you're in a position of power when the act takes place, it's considered illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Police are investigating whether or not the relationship happened before the student's 18th birthday. Vigil has been suspended from her job and is currently facing 2 counts of sexual penetration of a student.
How did she penetrate him?
That's the question. She's facing 2 counts of sexual penetration of a student.
Must have put her finger up his ass.
I guess.
Oof.
Her bond is set at $25,000.
Kidding.
So there you are.
Now, if she was really hot, $25,000 wouldn't be bad. Because you could bang her if you paid it.
But he banged her for free.
No, he could, but I'm saying me.
Oh, okay.
I could bail her out of jail for $2,500.
Sure.
I wonder if that'd be worth it. She obviously puts out
Yeah,
and sucks cock.
exactly.
Sounds like a goer to me.
But that always amazes me, though. It's just, I'm going to get this particular student.
Yeah. The one thing that gets me with all these chicks, they're all reasonably decent looking.
Yeah, they're good looking girls. Most of them are. I don't think
one of them could fuck anybody.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a hideous teacher student story yet.
Has there ever been a good looking girl that could not find a cock to get stuffed in her any night of the week?
I don't think that. I mean, even
That's possible.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
Any chick that wants to get laid, if any chick, a fat and disgusting chick, any chick that wants to get laid tomorrow, Sunday, can easily. There is no such thing as a vagina that's willing to leave their house that can't be full of fucking cock by 10 o'clock any day of the week.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, come on. That's just the way it is. Some guy will stick their dick in anything. We'll fucking microwave a fucking ham and hollow out a spot so that we can pretend it's pussy. I mean, let's fucking get crazy. Let's get real here. Guys will fuck anything.
Yeah. The arbitrary cantaloupe.
Yeah, a fucking jar of applesauce. Whatever it fucking is. A guy will fuck it.
Nice.
No, it's true.
All right. Well, I need a quick break. I got a couple more stories, then we're going to do the finale.
Yeah, well, you're not leaving nearly enough time for it.
So we got 90 minutes.
Like I said, you're not leaving enough time.
Yeah, I got 2 short stories, and we'll get into it.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to play the most obvious tune here.
Okay.
Some Van Halen, Hot for Teacher.
All right, that works.
Here it is. It's Van Halen exclusively here
On your classic metal show.